The next lesson is going to be about measures of central tendency and variability. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over these. This is a review. Most of you know how to do this. If not, go ahead and pause the video and look over these so you remember how to do them. But the study island lesson that deals with these actually presents quite a bit of a challenge, because each question may use more than one of these, and then they're going to ask you how each of them are related. So there's a lot of details that you have to pay attention to and follow directions exactly in order to get the correct answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump on the study island real quick and just run through a few of these problems so you get a feel of what I'm talking about and what you're going to have to do. Here's our first question. Very simple. There's a circle graph of Tom's spending that he had in college for the previous year. And we have to predict from the following categories will be his smallest expenditure. So meaning which one did he spend the least amount of money on. And that's pretty simple to see here. It is simply this 3%, the purple. So you have to go over and figure out which one is the purple. That deals with the books. So the smallest expenditure is going to be the books here. So the next question has a line plot here, and every X represents one donation, and they want to know what is the mean of the data. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how many X's there are. We have 2 X's for 0, which is going to give us $0. We have 2 X's for 10, which is going to give us $20. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 X's for 20. 8 times 20 is 160. We have 5 X's for 50, which is 250. And we have 3 X's for 100, which is 300. So the bottom part here, this represents the total that we have. So it looks like we have 20. And then the top part will give the amount of donations. So adding together 20 plus 160 plus 250 plus 300 gives us $730. So to find the mean, we take the total amount divided by however many there are, and that equals 36.5. So the answer here is going to be B. Great sound there. Another line plot and another one with the mean. So kind of the same process here. So we're looking at one of them for the 2, so that's 2. We've got 4 for the 3, so 4 times 3 is 12. 2 for the 4, so that gives us 8. 1 for the 5s and 2 for the 6s. So add all these up to get the total amount of X's, so the total number of students here. So we got 10 students. And then the top part, add 2, 12, 8, 5, and 12. So I'm looking at 12 and 8. That gives me 20. And 5 plus 12 is 17. So 12 plus 17 is 37, plus another 2 is 39. So we've got 3.9 here, or A. Next question deals with a box and whisker plot. And with the box and whisker plots, remember, every section of the box and whisker represents 1/4. That's why they call them quartiles. So every section is 25%. So when we are looking at what percent of data is below 33%, so 33 is right here. So anything below that, there are 2 sections. So we've got 25% and another 25%. So it's 50% of the data is below 33%. So that's kind of understanding how a box and whisker is set up here, or some people call them a box plot. I didn't mean to save that. I didn't want to do that. So 50% is less than 33. Continuing on, we've got a team salary and their winning percentage in a professional sports league. So you can kind of see a trend. The higher the salary, the higher their winning percentage is. And if we kind of drew a line of best fit, it would probably look something like that, around there. So that is a positive correlation. So as the team's salary increases, the winning percentage increases. So we just need to find the problem that says exactly that. And that looks like C. As a team salary increases, its winning percentage increases. Everything else is a negative correlation. This is definitely a positive correlation. And there is definitely some kind of correlation. It's not strong. The correlation coefficient definitely isn't anywhere near 1, but there is a relationship there. Moving on to the next one. Another circle graph talking about the annual home budget. So it says he makes $93,200 per year. And they want to use the graph to predict the amount of money that he will spend on miscellaneous costs this year. So once again, there's a lot of things to pay attention to here. So miscellaneous cost is this green one, and that's 24%. So what we're looking at is what is 24% of his income, or 24% of 93,200. So we're taking 0.24 times 93,200, or about a quarter of that. So we're looking at somewhere in the 20,000s. And it is 22,368. So we're looking at D here. Let's move on to the next question. I want to roll here. Stem and leaf plot. If you remember, each number in a stem and leaf plot actually represents a data point. And usually there's a key, but they don't have a key for this. But when we see 10/3, that really means 103. And the 8 next to it means 108. So what we're going to have to do here is add up every single one of these numbers. All right, and I'm not going to write all of them because it's going to take forever. But we're looking at, we need 103 plus 108 plus 112 plus blah, blah, blah. Adding all of them up, we get a total of 2,401. I got a little interrupted there, but there's a nice little fast forward opportunity. And there are 19 different numbers here that we have to add together. So we have 2,401 divided by 19. That gives us 126.368 and a little bit more, which is going to round up to 126.37. So now back in the study island, we have another line plot. This one is asking for the median. Now the nice thing about this is everything is already in order. So we just have to figure out how many donation amounts there are and find the middle of them. So we've got 2 here, another 2 here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this column. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 here and 3 here. So adding all of those up, looks like we have 20 total. So the middle of 20, it's an even number, so we're going to be looking between the 10th and 11th number. So I'm counting here 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So between the 10th and 11th number is going to be between 20 and 20. Well, that's pretty simple. That's going to be 20 here. Oh. Let's go ahead and look at the next question. The company made a bar graph as shown. That's the amount of sales for each month in thousands of dollars. So which of the following is closest to the median amount for the 4th month? So once again, we're trying to figure out what number is going to be in the middle. So here we have about Got to get my markup tool. So here we've got about 5,500. Here is 9,000. Here is about 3,500 and 7,000. So the median amount means we need to put these numbers in order and figure out which one is in the middle. So we have 3,500, then 5,500, then 7,000, then 9,000, and right in the middle is going to be between 5,500 and 7,000. So we need to just quickly average those. So I'm going to add them together to get 12,500 and divide by 2. We get 6,250. Go ahead and select that. And one more question to go. Number 10. Thomas conducted a survey at several restaurants across town. The number of responses received are represented by the box plot below. So what percent of the data is above 26? And we've talked about this before. 26 is the third quartile here, or the upper quartile. And there is only one part of the box and whisker above that. And each part is 25%. So there's only 25% above 26 there. Your assignment for Thursday, Friday, April 30th to May 1st. I can't believe it's May already. Unbelievable. But the assignment is called Using and Analyzing Data Displays. It is on Study Island. And remember, you can always Zoom during class time or during my office hours if you need any help. But take your time on each of these questions. I think the number one problem that you may have or a challenge that you may face is overlooking some important piece of information that leads you to an incorrect answer. So take your time and do your best. See ya.